Do you ever see, and how soon do you see Jaden Daniels' stardom surpassing Lamar?
That's a toss-up. I think they're gonna just run side by side. I think that's just gonna be like one of them like Manning, Aaron Rodgers things, like kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Manning Brady-ish?
Well, Brady is by himself because of all them Super Bowls, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Brady's just all by himself, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, Manning and Rodgers.
It's a close approach with Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes is up there. He by himself too a little bit, yeah. But I think they kind of like this, you know what I'm saying? But Lamar got some years on him. He got, what, 2 MVPs now?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be like this.
That's good for the sport. That's good for that area.
It's good for our culture, too.
No, for sure.
You know,
but you got to understand this, though. Like, and this goes back to, like, the RG3 kind of topic, right? When I first came into the league, I was the only young...
You was YN.
Listen!
They don't know.
Hey.
Skull Cap Can with the...
Bro, listen, bro. Like, when I came in, I had Vic. Vic was on the way out, you know what I'm saying?
And then the crazy thing is, the first game, you was launching that jump so crazy. It wasn't even like, people, he's gonna run it. Nah, you was like, it was like 469 yards, something crazy like that. So it was like everybody was talking about that. I remember that. I remember that.
But it's like, to see where the NFL is now with so many minority quarterbacks. Now, I look at a guy like, what's my boy from Detroit? The Detroit Lions quarterback.
Goff.
Yeah. I look at a guy like Jared Goff, and he's the minority now.
Like standard passes.
Like, nobody's
so
doing
let me
that
ask you,
see what I'm saying?
Is Shedeur in the minority? I mean, he's an African-American, but his play style, do you think his play style?
His skill is more of a minority. You know what I'm saying? Because I think...
what would you give him in speed and if you was doing the rating for Madden?
Speed has to be like 60.
60? So Jordan, I know 60, bro.
What did he run in the 40?
He didn't run it, but I'm just saying.
You don't run
But
because...
60, bro? Shedeur a 60.
Well, okay, what would you say he runs in the 40?
Is it weird that I don't associate the 40 with like...
Quarterback.
Speed?
Okay, quick.
Okay, what I would give him in Madden for speed, I'd give him like a 75. 60 is like slower than...
Now, IQ, 90.
Left tackles run, the left tackle speed would be like 60 in Madden.
You can't say that though, bro.
I'll go on and look up Madden right now. What's the average? 60? 60.
What was Brady's?
Shedeur was faster than Brady, man.
Yeah, he was, but Brady was like a 32 speed.
Nah. He was like 50-something probably.
Okay, you give him 60.
But Shedeur not no
And then somebody gonna be like, bro, that nigga Cam always hating on Shedeur.
Nah.
No, his IQ is second to none. I think he has the most IQ of any quarterback.
I just think he's more, I don't know about, I think his IQ's high, but I don't think, I mean, because he do the whole on to the
So
ball
like
thing.
him and Cam Ward, I don't want to say Cam Ward is like a blazer or a dual threat.
He's in the 80s though. Speed.
In running?
Yeah.
Man, no.
Yes.
No.
I don't know if he's gonna do a full sprint. Like he don't be full sprinting.
I think Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders, they both have abilities to be dual threat, but understand, are you scrambling? And I just had this conversation on 4th and 1 on my sports show. Are you scrambling to run or are you scrambling to extend the play?
Cam will try to extend the play. Like he got great balance. I seen him before Miami when I went to go see Caleb. I seen it. Like I see he's a playmaker.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And come on, Shedeur 60. You could think about that a little bit longer.
What would you give him? You
70 something.
Okay,
74. Yeah, 74.
74?
That's speed.
That's a C minus.
Yeah, he ain't doing no read options. He can just get out of there and get out of bounds.
No, but even with that, like I never seen Shedeur as a person to run. I see Shedeur as a person to scramble to extend.
I seen some Shedeur longish runs. He try to get out of bounds.
But it's okay though.
That's what a 74 is. It's okay.
He can hurt you if you allow him to hurt you.
Yeah. They was backing up for Manning and Brady. Like, go ahead, come on.
Yeah.
Everybody back up.
Yeah.
So you can't do that to Shedeur. You trying to size me up?
Nah, bro. Bro.
No,
answer me this. There's a lot of similarities between you and Shedeur, though.
What?
I would say slept on.
Shedeur ain't not slept on.
No, you don't get picked in the 5th round if you're not slept on.
He won the Johnny Unitas award. That don't have nothing to do that don't have nothing to do with, everybody know what that is, Cam.
What is it?
Do you know what that is? Has a big personality that probably scared a lot of people off.
So his
father
personality,
has a big personality.
Talk to me.
Let's
keep it funky.
I think you said something about the quarterbacks have to conduct themselves a certain way. Mm-hmm. Still the good old boys club, like however you want to slice it. And you can't come in with the prime time energy if you're not. You could talk shit all day if you're a cornerback baiting somebody to pass to you. Like, talk shit, I'm fly. Like, look, interception. You a quarterback, you stunting on people like, you know what I'm saying? This is grown men out here. Like, so I know that has something to do with it. And then, maybe it didn't help their case with what they were saying about Flacco during the joint. That probably didn't help. When him and his pops was talking, he was like, Flacco my age. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, little things like that probably rub. He's like, damn, how can we just draft you with our first pick knowing you're going to be teammates with this guy? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
there's a lot of unspoken words about playing the quarterback position that
of course.
I mean, you've been around multiple quarterbacks where dare I size it, whereas like Shedeur is different. Shedeur is no different than any other quarterback. But what I will say,
but the thing is, you got to be such a unique. In history, you've had to be such a unique prospect to get the grace of being a black quarterback. What I mean is, Michael Vick was super fast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like OD arm, OD everything. You know what I'm saying? It was 3 people to bring you down. You got rocket arm. Like you had to be that good. Now it's like, all right, cool. Like Lamar, he run like he run like Peter Ward, but fast with wheels. Like you got to be that exceptional if you black, like to be in.
But I still think that Shedeur Sanders has a lot of exceptional qualities about his play. I think throughout that process, I think that was something that kind of was like, hold on, like you coming into a situation that you don't know the law of the land.
Don't you think you've seen a little, like if you've seen him change though since he's been in Cleveland? Like I watched close. I could see like
we all have.
It can't miss TV, and I think the NFL know what they're doing with it in Cleveland. They milking it for what it's worth.
You don't have,
but his whole tone is different now. Like it's like his whole thing is like, I'm just here like, even he didn't try to get his number. He didn't try to do nothing. He's just like chilling. You know what I'm saying? This is the first time in history that a 5th round pick in the current draft has led jersey sales. Yeah. Well,
you see what I'm saying? Not the first pick.
And impressions on social media.
No, for sure. Crazy. Like, nobody is watching 3rd, 4th round as much as we was watching.
This might be the best reality show the NFL's had in a long time.
And they leaned into it. But you got to understand, and I heard Charlamagne say this, freedom of speech is not free.
Right.
Everything that you say, everything that you do, right, is a way for people to judge you on some type of context. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think what Shedeur was doing, what Shedeur was saying, what his father was saying, and I have the utmost respect for, Prime and the way the father has kind of engulfed his children in a way that we all, as parents, want to make sure that our children are protected and taken care of. But there's also certain things that when you put a microscope to, okay, you're playing quarterback, okay, you're coming into this league, okay, you understanding how, we're doing certain things. It's certain things that you got to incorporate too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And dare I get into
Do you believe I was just about to ask you, like all the like anonymous, like he was doing
sources.
Do you think there's smoke and fire where there's smoke, there's fire with that, or you think it's just completely?
I listen, and this is coming from this. There's so much relatability to what Shedeur went through that I can relate to as well. Some people may not like you; they just don't like you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you got to be fine with that.
But you got to win in the NFL, though.
But I do think
people's jobs is on the line.
For sure. I do think a lot of being a quarterback is welcoming, and as you're going into a league where it's like, yo, I'm going to win, like. It's everything is resume based. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we won everywhere. Yeah, y'all changed the culture because of who y'all were. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? It's like, now when you have the decision between Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, it's like Cam was a person who led with work, led with grind. Everywhere that he's been, he was the person that's
they're kind of the opposite in that sense.
Yeah. And a lot of, I'll say it like this too, I don't think not being the most talented player on the team helped Shedeur, because Cam Ward was the most talented player on Miami.
Yeah.
Shedeur having Travis Hunter.
And that boy Horn was he's a sleeper. He's my sleeper this year.
No, for sure. And he in Carolina, I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
but for him not to be the most talented player on that team is also something that, if we put in microscopes and we're trying to just have barbershop talk and discussions, it's like, okay, yeah, you had the Belenikoff Award winner.
Yeah.
You had the Heisman Trophy, you know what I'm saying, winner, but who did Cam Ward have? So
Restrepo nice though.
Who?
Restrepo.
Oh, for sure. He gives me
Wes Welker,
Julian Edelman-esque, very fiery guy, a route, genius precision that can field the routes and things like that.
And he got right back with his man too.